Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video, and you guys know what this is. You guys know that I'm back with the R8 again, and for a very specific reason. Let's go ahead and do this. I thought that this was gonna be kind of different, this car, but we ended up getting something just literally stupid for this thing. So, if you guys don't remember my previous video, when we went into conversion and we went into engine swap, one of the options here was this. A quad rotor for the Audi R8. What the hell? What does this have to do with anything? Why is a quad rotor apparently an option for the Audi R8 V10 Plus 2016? Not entirely sure, but I think we're going to put it on. And this is the whole point of this video, because we found this out the previous video that I messed around with the Audi R8. And it was weird. And also what we're going to do here is going to turn this into a rear-wheel drive and actually try to drift this thing. Now this is going to be a little bit different and a little bit more difficult because this is a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car now. It was a mid-engine all-wheel drive, obviously. Mid-engine rear-wheel drive. And since it previously was a four-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive, the wheel, like, degree rotation, not my actual wheel, like, not the wheel that I'm driving with. I'm not even using it for this video. This video, I'm just going to use the controller. But the actual wheels of the car, their rotation, their degree of rotation is going to be a little bit smaller due to it being an all-wheel drive. And now that we turn it into a rear-wheel drive, I don't know what we're going to end up doing with this thing. So we're going to put sports tires back onto this car. Once again, the tire width, bring this down to 245 in the front. And then bring this down back to, I'll put 325s on the rear for now. And I don't know what this is going to be like. So we pretty much upgraded everything though. So everything's off the, well, I guess we don't have the clutch in, but pretty much everything else. Let's just purchase this. Why don't we have this added? I think it's, do we actually, I think this makes a difference. Oh yeah, it's because we changed the, it's because we changed the car to a rear-wheel drive. That's why we don't have all that bought. So suspension and everything should be already bought, right? What? Did we not buy anything like... Oh, I think we left it on stock, everything, the last time when we ended up doing this. That's why we don't have anything bought. Alright, that's fine. That's completely fine. We'll buy it in this video. I thought that the previous video... Okay, so we did the weight reduction and the power pretty much in the previous video. Alright, so we have restriction plates, which, if we upgrade these, we'll get to 794 brake horsepower. Not really sure I want to do that, but for the sake of the video, let's just do it anyway. Alright, so pretty much done with this car. The build is finished. I don't really want to do anything else to it, like visually, but I just want to see what this is going to be like. It's a quad rotor, like, for fuck's sake, it's a quad rotor Audi R8. Like, who, like, in what world is that, like, I don't even know. I can't accept that as an option for this thing. I don't know why that's a thing in this game. And, like, who thought of the idea? Oh, let me think. What engines can we actually engine swap the Audi R8? So, it already has the V10. The 6-liter V12, we can try to do that. Yeah, sure. Okay, how about a 4-cylinder rally engine? Nah, not really. Oh, I know. A Mazda quad rotor. That's it. That's exactly what we have to do. Even the rally engine would have been more of an option for this thing. It's just so weird looking at this thing and just hearing that noise. This is weird. Oh shit, this thing just picks up and goes. Oh wow. It's a little bit, oh god, it's a little bit unstable. Because it doesn't have a tune on it yet. It's a little bit unstable. The balance feels so off on this thing. It just feels weird. The front just doesn't have any weight on it. It just feels so weird. That's exactly what this car feels like. I can't look at this and have the car, like, sound like that. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, this feels so weird. I don't know why. Like, when you're playing with a controller, obviously you won't feel as much stuff as you would when you're playing with a wheel, but when you feel the way it handles in the game, it's kind of cool because it still feels like there's a lot more weight on the rear end than it is on the front when you're driving. It it feels like the front is super light, and it obviously makes sense because it's a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car. The engine's obviously not right in the middle because that's where the passenger seat is, just behind the seat, so it's at the back technically, but it's not called a rear engine because it's not all the way at the back like where the boot's supposed to be. So interesting. I think the ratios are fine. The camera and everything, I'll just add like a pretty much like a basic tune to the car, and I want to see if it'll be good enough for that, and I can mess around with everything else afterwards. And the roll bars, I'm going to soften these up quite a bit, and now I'm going to do the same with the springs and the. I think I might leave the front a little bit softer, because I think that will increase the grip. Either that or for the dampers. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember exactly how this works, but I'm going to leave the front softer either way on everything, because I think that'll give the front a little bit more grip. I'm not entirely sure if that's how it works or not, because I can't actually remember at the moment, but I'll do that. And for the acceleration and deceleration for the diff, I'll bring this down a little bit. I'll bring it down to about 80%. On the deceleration, I'll bring this down again to about 55%. I'll leave that the way it is, like so. Alright, so let's see what this is like now. It's gonna be a little bit different. This is low. This is very low. There's still no rub by the looks of it. Alright. This is weird. This is so weird. Oh my god, that power out of the corners. Holy shit. It's a little bit more stable now. Jesus. This is still very fast. Don't get me wrong, I mean it was fast before, obviously, with the twin turbo V10, but this is still very fast, especially acceleration-wise. I mean, this is a race car engine right now. It's the exact same engine that the 787B has. I love the power out of third gear. The ballast is still a little bit off. I wish you could change the ballast of the weight like you can in Gran Turismo, where you can change it to the front or the rear. I think that would be a much needed thing for this car. I think, what is the percentage? I don't think it tells you in this game what the percentage is. Yeah, I'm not sure how to find this out. I think I have to go all the way out. Or can I just go into... No, I think I have to go back all the way out and like go to view car, and it'll tell you the percentage. Usually the percentage at the bottom, it tells you the weight balance, like from the rear to the front. It just feels like it's so rear heavy, this car right now. Honestly, it's not that bad, but then again, it is a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car that's been swapped from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive, so you can't have this thing be an absolutely badass drift car, but it works, as you can see. My problem with this thing is I didn't have enough angle. Okay, I see. Alright, so with a little bit more angle. Okay, I'm gonna try to see how much angle can I actually get with this thing. I'm trying to take it nice and slow. I don't want it to like spin out in every corner, so... Alright, taking it nice and slow. Go with more angle. Let's see. Oh, I was about to lose it there. Yep, there it goes. It's not bad though, I can recover really well, especially with the toe that I have on this thing, the 1.3 in the front, that helps quite a lot. That's why I can get, like, kind of a decent amount of angle with this thing and still catch it again, like so. Very interesting. Suspension definitely helps as well, being like a little bit softer in the front. I think that also benefits. Like, look at the wheel rotation. That is pretty much it for that, right? So obviously in a drift car you'd have a lot more wheel rotation when it comes to drifting, but like since this is an all-wheel drive car, this is pretty much all that we have here for this thing. And I've said this before, and I think I've said it in a video before when I was trying to build an Audi. it was either in a video or during a live stream. Somebody has asked me, I think, to build an Audi like drift car, and I think it was in Forza Horizon 2. And I realized that I can't like turn as much with this thing. Like I can't get as much angle with it. So I was pretty much stuck with it, you know, just turning a specific amount, and I wasn't able to do much with it because it was obviously initially an all-wheel drive car. So when you swap an all-wheel drive car to a rear-wheel drive car, obviously the characteristics of the wheels and stuff like that, that'll still remain the same. It's just the drive to the wheels is gonna change. Oh, this is so sick. This is so sick. This is so cool to drive. Second gear for that corner is perfect. And then third gear for the rest of them is just so good. Going a little bit too fast going out of the corners. It's still a little bit twitchy. It still feels like there's a decent amount of weight on the rear end. And that kind of is making this thing a little bit unbalanced right now. I'm not entirely sure how to change that. I might need to take like a lot of time to actually do like a specific build in this thing and actually get this thing to work right. But for right now, a nice little quick build just to see what we can get out of this thing. It's just stupid. It's insane. It's so weird to look at this thing and have that noise in the background. I'm going way too fast. Yep, going way too fast. Don't die, please. I ruined my car. Alright, fuck it. That's gonna be it. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's pretty much what I said we are gonna do in the previous video. As soon as I saw the quad rotor swap for this thing, I was like, we have to do it. We have to try this out. We have to see what it's like. And this is the Audi R8 V10 Plus 2016 version with a quad rotor 2.6 liter rotary engine. Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm gonna see you guys later. Goodbye.